Hello everyone, welcome back to our talk show. And today's episode, we are going to discuss about assimilation and moving from one different place to another. Let me give an example, like I moving from Africa coming to Europe. And we find that most of us, when we move from one place to another, it is a bit of a challenge. And blending in, settling down, and getting the base to kick off and start off again with life becomes a challenge. And that is what we want to discuss about today. Remember, in our last episode, we did discuss about the changes that we take off that make us change due to environmental changes. And due to that, we find that many people are dying in mental health issues. And unfortunately, it has become a bit of a problem or an issue that due to our culture or our background, it is really hard for some of us to seek therapy, go for assistance, go for help, face our pastors, face our imams, counselors, therapists to get help. What are we talking about? We are talking about when someone comes from Africa and comes to Europe, or due to different factors, we find that you can move from Africa. Probably you found a lover, you've got married to someone in Europe, and you have to move from Africa and come to Europe or to diaspora America, Australia, wherever, or it could be maybe to better your life, or financial status or economical status have pushed you to move from your country to come and better your life. And for that reason, probably what you thought you could get is not what you're getting. And as you know, most of us from Africa, it is true, we did go to school, we got educated, we achieved our degrees, our certificates, our diplomas, PhDs, masters. And then when you come to this new place where you call diaspora, you get a shock of your life. And to make the matter worse, the career you call yourself, these physiotherapists, sociologists, theologian, you name it, you know what we call ourselves. All those big titles. You did a doctorate in medicine, bachelors of art, you are this headmaster or headmistress in a school, you are this manager in a big company, you are a director in a... Then you come here, you start taking your papers, and every morning you are running around the street and trying to produce your papers and put them in front of these offices, and they look at you and they go, we are afraid, I'm afraid we cannot take those papers. Unfortunately, that diploma here is not recognized. That degree you did, unfortunately, we have to send you, you have to go back to school and get education, that aligns with our system. We don't recognize that. And you end up sitting down and going like, for real? This, what I've worked for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I have to go back to school in my 40s, go sit down with young ones, 27, 26, around that age. Seriously? No. And for that reason, you find some of us cannot handle that challenge. And we end up not seeking advice from other people how they've made it. And probably someone who's an accountant, you don't want to, you find it unable to swallow your pride, humble yourself, approach these characters and ask them, how have you made it? Ask, how can I do it then? Is there another career that I can, that can blend with what I've done? And probably maybe, because I've seen teachers who have come from Africa. I was a headmistress, yes, but when I come here, I cannot get into school. I cannot teach because probably my education or my certificate cannot allow me to be in that category of teachers in the school I was teaching. I was a secondary school. I was a lecturer. I cannot lecture here. So what do? You can do maybe a 1-year upgrade course and do a social worker course and become a social worker, and you start earning good money. Or you can move from being, you did nursing back home, but unfortunately your nursing here is not recognized. You have to go back to school for 1 or 2 years or 3 years and attain another degree equivalent to where they need you to, where you want to be, and then you can become this nurse, you can become a pediatrician, you can become a psychologist, you can become a physiotherapist, an occupational therapist, a nurse, you name it. But some of us change becomes a hard thing to do. And for that reason, we end up becoming mentally disturbed, end up in depression. And as you know from Africa, especially we from Africa, the thing called therapists, go for therapy, go for counseling, start outpouring yourself to somebody, it's really hard. And this is the issue we are talking about, that we need to try and call ourselves a meeting and let yourself know that you are not only person that have gone through this. You are not alone. There are people who can walk with you down this line. Unlike maybe probably you came across some people who really, after telling them what you're going through and you cannot, you are finding it hard to change. You cannot do Tesco or supermarkets cashier. You cannot do care work, because that's where most of us are ending up. We have degrees in our pockets, but you find we all end up in care work. But some of us are too proud to lower ourselves down and earn a living to assist our families and become somebody in that area and start earning. So you find that instead of doing so, you end up becoming depressed, mentally disturbed. You are ashamed of people to hear that you do care work, and then they point a finger saying, you know what, even if you see Gladys, she was a hit mistress. Do you know she was this matron in our local hospital? Do you know she was this accountant in a bank? So you find that you don't want to ignore that. Let them talk. At the end of the day, you want to eat, you want food on your table, and these people will not bring it to you despite them talking. They will talk and leave you there with your problems. So it's a high time we call ourselves a meeting and accept that we need help. We need to change our ideology, our mentality, and become something better. Try and get the help that is being offered there. Talk to pastors, talk to those imams if you are Muslim. Let them counsel you. Let them bring you back to, showing you how to suit in the community, suit in the area that we are in. Stop walking with your shoulders high with your accountant from home, and here you want to become an accountant, and every day you are walking down the streets in a suit and in a tie, yet with no money no penny in your pocket. Hey, my friend, we'll see you on the street with no suit, with no nothing, looking really unkempt. So we don't want those scenarios. We want to help you, brother. We want to help you, sister. Seek help. And for that, let us not go too much on the issue, because we're still coming back next episode and we can talk more on this. Until next time, bye.